What is something new you would like to see Disney Speedstorm bring to their game? That was the question asked last week, and you guys have given some awesome answers. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. And of course, if you want to discuss more about Disney Speedstorm, hop on over to my Discord. We're always welcoming, and we would love to have you. So the first comment we have is from Zeke Slider. Again, this is like a podcast. We chilling, we hanging out. So if I mess up some stuff, roll with it. More ways to get premium tokens without paying for them, like how Fall Guys gives you what you pay for. I think that's a great idea. I honestly think that's a great idea. One of the main issues with that, however, is that I'm pretty sure if they did that, they lose money. Now, when we think about what Disney Speedstorm, or just any company in general, will add to a game, they always got to think about how much money is it going to cost and is it going to bring any money in. That actually just goes for any business, to be honest with you. It doesn't really only stick with game development. But if you think about it, we already get tokens. Well, I'll just say cash. We get cash from doing ranked, right? Now, if you're someone like me who's ranked all their characters really, really high, and then at the end of the season, they reset us back lower, there's not really a reason to play anymore because it's like I'm not getting anything for ranking up. And unless you're someone who cares about the leaderboard, you're probably not even going to play the game, or you're just going to play casually at that point. Because again, there's nothing really to gain. Those are hard races you have to, do to get nothing at all, just to get back to where you were. That doesn't really make much sense to me. And so that's kind of like, eh. But for the players who are climbing like that with each of their character, they are getting free cash. Now, if Disney Speedstorm were to make it so that you would get cash from the Golden Pass, players would rank up, get cash from the Golden Pass, players would rank up in ranked, get enough money to then buy the Golden Pass. The Golden Pass would then refund you the coins for purchasing the Golden Pass, and the next Golden Pass you get to buy for free, right? And so if we think about that, they would basically be giving out free Golden Passes repeatedly. And so that is not something that I think they would ever do, only because it doesn't bring anything in. And maybe when they get the stats of saying, all right, most players are pretty high in rank now, maybe we can do that because they're not earning anything anymore. But at this point in time, I just do not see Gameloft doing that ever. But I think it's a good idea. One of the main issues is that they kind of already dug themselves into a hole, which basically means they have to double down on what they've been doing. Like what they're doing, they have to continue to do because they put themselves in that position to not be able to do anything else. And that's unfortunate because a lot of us, especially in early access, really enjoyed how the game was ran back then compared to how it's ran now. And it kind of sucks. It does kind of suck, but it is what it is. I think that's a great idea, but I just don't think it's something that's going to be happening in Disney Speedstorm. However, Zeke, I think that was a great comment, and I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below, or join my Discord if you want to continue this conversation. We talk about Speedstorm there and other stuff too, so check it out. Thank you again, Zeke. Let's move on to the next comment. The next comment we have is from Steven. Now, before we get started with the comment, I just want to say, you guys see that little thing next to Steven's name? That's a Poppin' Often with Lofton badge. No, I'm just saying. Steven is a member of Poppin' Often with Lofton. And also, I realized from the last episode, Poke was also a member of Poppin' Often with Lofton. I didn't even say anything. We're going to have new events and new things happening on this channel, and members of Poppin' Often with Lofton will be able to get bonus new things. So there's new things for everybody, but that whole thing is going to get revamped. So make sure you check it out at the start of next year, and then also subscribe. That way you don't miss any of the events we're going to be throwing down. I'm just saying. All right, let's move on. I like to see more customization options to characters and cards, both cosmetic and functional. Steven, my man Steven, that was hot. Now, the reason why I say that was hot, because it was fire. I'm sorry. Y'all like, what? Basically, I think that's a great option. Now, one thing that I've noticed with Disney Speedstorm is their cosmetics don't really have flair. Nah, hold up. Let me explain. Y'all like, bro, their skins is this, that, and the other. Let me explain. They do have a lot of customization options. However, the customization options do not have flair. If you take a look at all the other kart racers, they don't have the graphical standpoint. I don't even know if that's like the right way to say everything that I just said, but roll with it. They don't have the graphical standpoint of Disney Speedstorm. Disney Speedstorm is beautiful, and the way that they have things crafted is just unlike any other kart racer. It's not actually a kart racer, but it is. It's really good. But the skid or the cosmetic game, they kind of fail in that, because if we look at Mario Kart, if we look at Crash Team Racing, if we look at Kart Rider Drift, my God, Kart Rider Drift, they be killing it with the skins. If we look at Rocket League, like the cosmetics for the karts, insane. And I do like how they said they want it functional, and I like that as well. So maybe we could have animated karts, right? Or maybe we could have, you know, when you use your boost, there's like a blue light that goes on the back of your cart. Maybe we can have like cosmetics to change that. So now I'm blowing out bubbles, right? And if I'm blowing out bubbles, when I pick up a flame trail, it turns into bubbles, or it turns into soap. That'd be pretty crazy, right? It's still a flame trail, but it looks different because you bought it. That'd be dope. Now let's take that a step further. What if, no, hear me out. What if instead of it stunning you, if you have the soap skin on, the racers are going to start sliding everywhere? I'm sorry, that's probably too much. We already got a lot of broken things in this game popping. We don't need no more stuff. Don't give them no ideas. True. But I do think having the ability to change the way things look based off what you're buying is actually, that's big brain, Steven. Now that's big brain. Making it functional, big brain. I think that if Disney Speedstorm would have went the cosmetic route, they would have made some bank. Now, they would have made some bank, because their game looks, like I said, on a graphical standpoint, man, their game is different from all the other kart racers. They stole things from other kart racers, and you could tell. If you played any other kart racer, you're probably going to see a piece of it in Disney Speedstorm. But the visuals, that is something that no one has copied from Disney Speedstorm, and that's something that Disney Speedstorm did not copy themselves. It's handcrafted, or at least it looks like it. Maybe they did copy, who knows? But it looks great. So if they would have went the cosmetic route, on top of what already looks good, bro, extra bank. So I think, Steven, that's a great comment, and I really do hope they listen to that one, because that was hot. I like that one, and I think that they would generate a lot more revenue if they would have put more would have put more energy into the pay to look good rather than the pay to be faster type of monetization there. Good comment. Let's move on. The next comment we have is from Matt Koftis. Crash fixes. Been locked out of the game for 2 days now. I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm rapping. What is going on with this podcast? This is what you signed up for. If you this far in, this is what you signed up for. What was that? I think they're doing better with lowering prices, but some cosmetics are still $10 for one item. I feel you, Matt Koftis. We're going to dissect this because this is a lot. Crash fixes. 2 reasons why crash fixes are not fixed right now, most likely. Number 1, this is usually the major thing for all game developers, more or less, if not even just them, but just businesses ran anyway. If it does not cost them money, they're not going to prioritize the issue. Let's say that you crash about 10 minutes into Disney Speedstorm every single time. Within that 10 minutes, are you able to go to that shop and purchase something? Yes. Well, then we're not going to fix that right now. We're going to wait. Now, let's just say every single time you go to the shop, it crashes. Best believe that's going to be fixed in about an hour. Nah, for real. So with the crash fixes, that's kind of one of the reasons. The other reason is usually developers are on holiday. Usually that's how it works towards the end of the year. There are some game developers that will just have people working the clock like nothing, but most of the time you'll have teams just kind of be off. So either Gameloft already, the team behind like fixing stuff, the IT or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what their title is, the engineers, but basically they could be on holiday right now. They could have just gone to holiday, or they could have just got back this week. So again, we don't know. Also, speaking of holidays, Merry Christmas. I don't know if I said that. I know this video is probably up on Christmas. How y'all doing? Any presents? Let me know. I want to know. But yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why the things aren't fixed. Well, that's 2 of the reasons why things might not be fixed. I highly doubt Gameloft is just like, we don't care about no crashes. Who cares? That ain't nothing. The thing is, though, the team is probably very small, so they can't really do all of this stuff that they want to do, and they have to prioritize what is bringing money. And there's actually different stages. I can't really go too much in detail about what stages are, but if you've ever worked in like a game industry, they actually teach you this, and there's different stages based off the reports. Kind of cool to think about. So if you ever get in that field, you'll see what I'm talking about, and you'll know why they haven't fixed it yet. As far as the prices go, little mini light bills, they are. I want to talk about that one though, because we just touched on Steven's comment. But the one thing, even though they lack flair, the skins lack flair, and I know that seems toxic, but they do. They don't really have much flair. It's just like, here's a skin for your character. But those Christmas holiday skins, them Christmas holiday skins was fire. They was hot. They was like, they was hot. These prices are very, like, pound for pound, they're not that great. I don't feel like when I buy anything in Disney Speedstorm, I'm getting pound for pound worth unless it's a sale. That says a lot, honestly. It says that the prices are way higher than they should be. But one of the issues to this like problem is that people will continue to pay for these prices. Therefore, they are not going to change these prices. And if the people stop paying for those prices, then they will change the prices. Now, I won't say that I'm boycotting paying for stuff. I'm not saying, do Papa say, don't buy nothing from Disney Speedstorm? Get them. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people are going to spend money on what they want to spend it on. And that's cool. That's fine. Enjoy yourself. You earn that paper, boo-boo. Get to paying for it. The thing is, though, if that continues, prices are never going to drop. And if we look at other companies like Epic Games or Riot Games, one thing they both have in common, is they both got games in their name. So I'm just, okay, y'all like, Game Loft got game in their name. Yes, but it's at the beginning, not the end. It's a big difference. But what am I y'all this far, this is what y'all signed up for. Y'all signed up for this, I'm telling you. But pound for pound, have y'all seen Valorant prices, by the way? They talking about $100 for some skin bundles. $100, even more sometimes, $400. That's a lot of, that's like half a rich chick. $100 for some, $400 for a bundle, $500. Let me know in the comments. Has any of you guys bought them bundles? That's a lot of money. That's like 8 games. And it's like 30 if it's on sale. What? To the point. The reason why people pay those it's a podcast I can't edit. The reason why people, I mean, I guess I can. The reason why people pay those prices are because what they are being offered is worth the money. And unfortunately with Disney Speedstorm, what you're buying is not worth the money, but people still pay for it anyway, so Game Loft doesn't really have a reason to change it. I guess if you're saying they're buying shards to like make a character faster or something like that, that's a reason for them to say it's worth what I'm paying for it because I'm now faster or because I do more damage or I stun longer or whatever, is the reason why you would upgrade your character through cash. When it comes to cosmetics, that ain't even, I don't think that there's anybody that's like, dude, buy that skin right now, $30, give it to me. Whereas if we look at Riot Games, and let's take it more towards League of Legends because that kind of matches the price point there, their skins are usually about 15 bucks. If they're on the lower end, they're about 10 bucks. If they're on the higher end, they get up to about 30 bucks. Now, one of the reasons that makes it worth pound for pound is if you like the character, right? The more you'd want to pay more for something if it's for your main character or if it's for someone that you like, right? So as the Paranoia music video dropped, I mean, if you guys have never seen that video or never even like, get out from under your rock. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it or seen it, but basically that's like a promotion for the skins. I bought all of them except one. The reason being, I didn't buy like 3 of them, or 4. The reason being is because the characters that I see are the characters that I like. Therefore, it's more worth for me to spend the money on the characters that I like. But would I spend it on a character that I don't like? That automatically becomes a not worth the money type of thing. They also said, for ranked, I'd like to see more playlists. Would love to see a bare bones one with no character abilities, or even one with no item pickups. You could still get nitros and drift, but no abilities or pickups. That's rough. No, that's rough. I know where you're coming from though. I kind of like that. That's rough. But the problem with that is that Disney Speedstorm is a kart racer. At the end of the day, it's a kart racer. You can't have a kart racer without the kart racing elements of items, right? I do think they should remove the character abilities though. And we talked about this in the last video or the last podcast. Make sure you check that out if you get caught up. But we talked about the same exact thing. Like, character abilities in this game are busted. And I know that it's going to take a long time to balance them because there's like 40 characters and like nothing's going to ever be balanced in this game. But we can get around that. I don't know what that is. We can get around that by simply removing the abilities from a specific mode. Now, some people are like, I don't want to do that because I feel like the characters that I play, I need to have my character abilities because that's what makes Speedstorm feel like Speedstorm. To those people, they're most likely playing broken characters. For the other half of the people, no, I'm toxic. I'm serious though. How many people that play like balanced characters ever say they love the abilities in this game? Not many. But if you look at them Steamboat Mickeys, them Elizabeth Swans, them Jessies, them, I can't think of other characters, Aladdins, them Genies, y'all know what I'm talking, them Rajas? That's not, at this point, it's not even Jasmine racing, it's Raja. You just call the character Raja at this point. That's what it is. Jasmine just need to go somewhere. Raja is is what's handling the races. But if you think about that, people that don't play those type of characters hate the abilities because they're so broken. The people that play the broken characters and actually main those characters are like, nah, we should never do that. I like being broken. That's kind of messed up. No, it hit me in the feels a little bit because we need to make sure that game is balanced for everybody, not just y'all that is overloaded. We need to make sure that everybody is balanced. So I actually do like that idea. What we also said in the last video as well was having some type of class system that actually matters. This class system is kind of garbage. And I know you guys are gonna be like, it's not, there's reasons to have classes. Fun fact, classes did not have what they have now in early access. And they only got that around season 4. So we're talking about the ramming to confuse people. We're talking about the ramming for bonus nitros. We're talking about the ramming for a shield on a defender. Like, these things weren't there before. And so they could kind of go back to the roots and make like a class-based like mode as well. So remove the abilities, class-based mode, and each class has the same stats. So all defenders have the same stats, all brawlers have the same stats, all that extra good stuff. And I'm not going to go too deep into that conversation because we did talk about it before. But I highly agree with this because, again, it's not really fun. And the gameplay loop for the game is not that great. So minimizing some of this stuff would make it so it's better. Right now, the gameplay loop is this. I go into a lobby. I hit start match. We sit in loading screen for about a solid 1 minute. No, y'all know people just be sitting there waving for like an hour. A full episode of SpongeBob. After that, 3, 2, 1, boom. You're stunned and all over the place. And then you come back. I'm ready. And then there's like 8 things in a row. Boom, boom, boom. And then after about 10 seconds, you driving. But guess what? You're like 6th, 7th, 8th place by now. And you didn't get the race. That's the gameplay loop. And you lose. And rinse and repeat gameplay loop. And that's why people don't have that much fun with it unless they are already started up or cashed up or leveled up, whatever you want to call it. When they hit that level, it's a lot more fun to play Disney Speedstorm. But the gameplay loop when you are not at that level is atrocious. And so this is why they do need that extra mode for more skill-based play, because that is a more fun game loop. Being able to say, I'm improving every single race is a more fun. That's not even the right way I think I should say it, but that's a good gameplay loop. This is why League of Legends has been good for so long. The gameplay loop is the same. 2 teams run at each other, kill minions, kill the nexus, explodes, boom, Cupid of the game, boom, boom, end of the game, boom, boom, and it's the same thing over and over. But the gameplay loop there is insane because there's so many more ways to play. There's so many more things to improve on. But the gameplay loop for Disney Speedstorm is pay for stats and play something broken. Win more races. Don't do that, you're probably gonna lose more races. That's not fun. And so having a new mode like that or something similar would be great. And I also think they should keep the skills that you pick up, like the shields and the fire. All classes should be able to interchangeably get all those skills. So instead of it like, oh, Donald only gets fire, bomb, etc., everybody gets fire, bomb, etc., and we all could pick up the same abilities. That would make it so that there's more than just someone getting the same thing over and over and over and over again, like 10 fire trails in a row, which means you are never catching up. I also think they should change it and make it so it's a level 1 ability, because level 1 abilities or skills, I guess you can say, are not that bad. It's pretty bad, but it's not awful. You can deal with it. So if they made it all level 1, plus having no abilities, plus having actual balanced stats like an actual kart racer or an actual racing game, that mode would be fire. And people who might not think they would like that mode will think otherwise once they try that mode. Again, I don't want to talk too in depth. Let's continue. The game needs more variety, both for veterans and newcomers. Agree. Oh, and also a tutorial or section explaining the differences between classes. You don't need a tutorial or section because you got Poppin' Often with Lofty's video. Check out that video. I got guides on everything. Why are you plugging Poppin'? It's my channel. Like, don't ask me these questions. Join my Discord too. I want to talk to y'all about stuff, I guess. That was a bad plug. Next comment. The next comment we have is from Nanoblaster. They said, I would like to see a new mode added that also grants rewards. So I think a team mode will be really fire. It can be, why am I reading like this? It can be teams of 2s or 4s. A regulated Grand Prix mode would be great too. That's actually a hot idea. Regulated Grand Prix. Nanoblaster, where you been at? Where you be hiding? That's smart. I didn't think about it. It's funny because what you wrote after was we already run into the same racers back to back. Might as well ask them. That's true. Maybe that could be the mode where it's more skill based instead of stat based. And every single time you win a Grand Prix, bro, that'd be fire. I think they can do a lot with modes, honestly. They can have a clan mode, so then you got a whole clan and you got to beat the time trials and the best clan wins, a cumulative time trial time with the clan, or there's a lot they can actually do. The thing is though, do they want to do it? And that's kind of the main staple of Game Loft right now. It's not about what they can or can't, it's do they want to? And that's why I said I would like to get a Game Loft person to talk to, because they would be able to give us some more insight on what's actually happening. Are we really just not caring at this point? I mean, they obviously wouldn't say that. Yeah, Poppin', right now, we don't really care about Speedstorm. No, because at the end of the day, that's not our main goal. No, they're not going to say that, but just imagine. It's oh, that's more than that. Okay. But for them to come on and be like, yeah, we actually tried to implement that and we tested it. But one of the main issues that we ran into was this is just kind of one of them, but we ran into an issue where every single time that you queue in our Grand Prix mode, it would have 3 racers mashed into one. And we're having a hard time even figuring that out. And there's more bugs like this. So we are trying to implement more, but this is kind of what we're running into right now. That right there, I'll be okay, Game Loft, no, I see you. Here, take my money. Not really, because them prices is high. But I would definitely like to hear something like that. I think everybody would. So back to the topic at hand. I do think a new Grand Prix mode would be dope. I also do think teams would be dope, especially a ranked duo mode, or I would like just a balanced ranked mode first, and then a ranked duo mode. That would be really, really fire. Now you could say, oh, well, people are going to boost each other. Welcome to duos. That's kind of how it works. No matter what game you are, there's always going to be someone better than the other, and they help win in general. But they can have a system in place to remedy that by making it so they gain less points if your duo is 8th place, but the guy is in 1st place. At that point, it's just all right, y'all don't deserve no points for this. But if your duo is 4th and you're 1st, then you get some more points. There's ways to remedy this. But again, the first thing we need to do is make sure this game is more balanced than what it is. Right now, it is not. This game is one of the most unbalanced kart racers I've ever played. Not to say that's not fun. Well, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The game's not really fun once you get to high ranks, because there's broken, but then there's beyond broken. And I know a lot of players haven't reached that level yet, because a lot of people would be oh, this game's dope. I love this game. But y'all playing private and local and season tour. Y'all playing all the fun stuff. Get yourself to diamond or champion. That tune gonna change real quick. I promise you. But once we balance ranked, then I think we should start thinking about modes like what Nanoblaster said. That's a good comment, Nanoblaster. I appreciate you leaving one. Let's move on to the next comment. The next comment is from Scott Shermer. Oh, I see you with the Banjo-Kazooie profile picture. What you know about some Banjo-Kazooie? Now, that was the game back then. The first thing they say is less events, but events give more rewards. Example, 5 Elsa shards a day instead of only 1, so we don't have to complete the same event 30 times. Bro, I'm saying. I'm saying. Just gamer person of the year. That's true. It's bro, I'd rather just get this thing once a week, bro. If you why are you making me log in every day? to do the same event 10 times when I could just log in once every week and just get all the shards at once. Now you're going to say, Poppin', they need to make sure that they keep the longevity of the game. They need to make sure that you log in every day and that you want to play every day. If they do it once a week, you're going to want to play less. Bro, people want to play less already. No, I'm just... This is what y'all signed up for. Don't be clicking on my podcast video. I'll be telling it like it is. On the real though, people already just don't want to play the game anyway. So, you can't really say something like that because 9 times out of 10, for me personally, I log in and I'll be like, I don't feel like doing them events. How long do I got? 9 days? All right, I'll catch that when it's like at 5. Log back in, 5 days. I got 5 days left. Now I'm going to catch that event. How many tries do I get? Unlimited tries? Now I catch that on day 1. 1 day left, but I got about 10 hours. Let me catch that. Like, that's how I procrastinate them events because I don't want to do them. I'd rather just play multiplayer. Like I feel like those events are just, for someone like me, for someone who's been playing early access, who pretty much has everything, those are chores. And then for anybody who cashes this game, like outright, it's even more so of chores because they pretty much have everything at that point, like well beyond everything. So really, I agree there. It's just like, it's already tedious enough, and sometimes we just ignore it anyway. So I would recommend what Scott said. That's actually a really, really good one, and I like that. Second thing that they said is more multiplayer options / game modes. We did touch on that already, so I don't want to go too crazy on that. And the third thing was better customization for cards and characters. Again, we touched on that as well, and I don't want to go too much into that because we already did it. But I really, really do think we should have less events with more rewards. And even if you're like, well, it feels like I get more by doing more, it doesn't, I don't know. What do y'all think? For me personally, I feel like it doesn't make me feel better that I have to do it more. Like, it doesn't feel like an event anymore. It really just feels like the next thing that we're gonna have to do next week. I don't really know how to like make that make sense. And I know it might sound kind of bad, but an event is something that happens once in a while, right? We seem to get events, and maybe it's because they put all the events under one umbrella. I don't know why it feels this way, but it doesn't feel like events are events. It just feels like it's another thing we have to do to get something. It's not like, let's do it because it's fun. It's like, you're forcing me to do this to then get the stuff that I need. So I don't really have an option. I have to kind of just do it. That's a big difference. And when we think about events for other games, let's just say League of Legends. Again, I'm just going to keep bringing that up because that's the game that most people know. They had a mode called Doombots. You don't gain nothing from Doombots, but everybody loved Doombots. They had another mode with their Star Guardian where it was just literally a PvE mode. You just went in and then they did it again with another mode. You didn't earn anything. It was just for fun. Maybe you earned some season coins, I guess, if you bought the pass, but it was just for fun and hanging out. I feel they should do those events for the whole game, not just for that. So let's just say a Christmas event. All right, in this Christmas event, there is going to be one map and you are driving with everyone in Christmas skins. And they already released 3 characters with Christmas skins, so maybe put all of them in the game and just multiple Mickeys or multiple Goofies. And it's on a Christmas map. And I don't even care if it's a new map or an old map. Just put, Christmas stuff around there. A little bit of decorations. And just say this is going to be running for like every single day until Christmas. Okay. That'd be cool. Because then that means like, okay, I got to get into the mode. And when I play the mode, we're only able to play Mickeys and Donalds and Goofies, but it's gonna be fun because it's Christmas themed, and instead of abilities, we're throwing snowballs at each other with Olaf's ability. Like they can mix and match some stuff if they really, really wanted to. But we haven't really seen any real event in this game for a hot minute, if not at all. So again, I definitely am with you here. Not with just less events, but more rewards. But I also am with you with saying that if they do make events, make it feel more special than what it is. Right now, it just feels like, what's the next chore we got to do? All right, what's next? All right, what's next? All right, what's next? And that doesn't really scream to me like I need to log in and play because I don't want to miss out on it. It's more of like I need to log in and play so I get the item. Otherwise, I'm screwed. That's not really, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all know me. Scott, thank you for the comment. I do appreciate it. It was a great comment. Let's move on to the next comment. The last and final comment here is from Diwa. They said, number 1, customization options in the shop cost tokens, so allow free-to-play players to purchase them using season coins or multiplayer coins or points, though it'll cost more. So, I like that. One of the things that I will say is about when it comes to the yellow coins, season coins. Honestly, I'm with just multiplayer season. What's the other one? Just cash? I'm gonna just call it cash. I actually don't. Is that what are they? Premium tokens? Is that what they call it? Regardless, the season coins that they give you are not like other games. Other games usually have 2 types of currency, and the more you play, the more you earn of one, and then you're either gonna have to pay for the premium currency or you do some special thing and they give you some for fun, you know, just because. With Disney Speedstorm, the season coins, the problem with the coins is you need to use them to buy everything. And that's one of the main things about the game. And not only do you need to use it to buy everything, but you have a limited amount of coins. So if you run out, or if you don't have a season pass and you never bought one, you don't have coins, which means you kind of have to pay to even get the free stuff to do that. So in theory, that's a good idea. But also, I don't think many people would pay for that because you need to buy shards. You need to buy upgrade materials. You need to buy crew members. Like, you need to buy a lot of stuff with coins already. And to add that to the list and make it cost more, they're going to run out of coins way too much. I don't think it's a bad idea, but I think before they do that, they're going to need to rework the season coins. Make it so that you can get season coins doing a lot of things rather than just getting season coins because you do the pass. Or, you know, having us hungry for more coins because we ran out because things is costing 100K in the shop and stuff like that. So, good idea, but they're gonna have to kind of fix what they do internally before that idea can actually be a viable idea for them, because people just won't have any coins to use. The second thing, introduce newer modes in the season tour and even in multiplayer, apart from ranked and regulated, like a battle mode in Mario Kart 8 with extra rewards given. I like that. I like that. Maybe not battle mode per se, because I do know a lot of people who don't really like battle mode. I mean, they don't even like having items in the game. So I don't know if that would be the play, but I like where you're going. I don't know. I like where you're going. I see it. I'm over here with it. I like it because if they added another mode, and just kind of similar to the Christmas thing I was saying, but like a real integrated mode where it was something special. So Mario Kart 8 has something called Cops and Robbers. You have a team that's supposed to round up the bad guys, obviously the cops, to round up the robbers. And they get put into a cage. And a robber can find the key and open the cage and get all the robbers out. I'm not saying that's what they need to do, but I'm just saying, if they thought about a game mode like that, they have game modes like the foggy map and the jumping pads and the colors change and the follow leader. I don't really like those 2 modes. I do like that elimination mode though. That'd be fire to see in multiplayer, for real. But just take out abilities because that's broken. But if they added something like crazy, like something out of this world like that, like a straight up new mode with a new map or a new set of maps like that, ooh, D-Well, I'm there with you. That's a hot one. That's a hot one. I like that. I like that. I don't want them to make it battle mode like that though, because I don't want them to copy and paste. You know what I mean? They're gonna need to put their own Disney Speedstorm spin on it, but I do understand where you're coming from, and I do like that. The last thing they said is Wreck-It Ralph season would be fun. Imagine Vanellope glitching through opponents on the track. It's funny, because when Disney Speedstorm first came out, a lot of people were wondering, where's Wreck-It Ralph? Now, Wreck-It Ralph is coming, so, you know, or at least that's what people have been saying. So I'm pretty sure it's coming, but people were already saying that. It was like, how are you gonna have a racing game in Disney and not put the movie that be racing in the what? So it's funny that you said that, but I don't know if Wreck-It Ralph is gonna be a season. I honestly don't know if they're gonna even have any more seasons after Little Mermaid. Now that sounds harsh. I think they're gonna have more characters, but I think they might revisit seasons. Or they're gonna say this is a new season, but keep the same maps and don't actually make a new map for that season. And just kind of drop new characters and do season tours, but not add new maps, new music, and whatnot. Now, obviously, it's a long time from here until the end of Little Mermaid season, so they can make some stuff happen. But with the way the game is going right now, and what we've seen from like leaks and stuff, it doesn't seem like there was a plan to have any more like seasons after Mermaid. But again, we're not even close to that right now. So what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. But what the leaks that I've seen, it didn't really look like there was plans after season 6. But anywho, Diwa, I appreciate your comment. That is the last comment. I appreciate you guys all being here. I appreciate you guys leaving comments below. I appreciate you guys watching the premiere. If you're still here, let me know in the comments below or in the chat. Say, I'm still here. I don't know. But it was great to have you guys here. If you want to continue the conversation, jump on over to my Discord. We're talking about it day and night. Got me working day and night. We're talking about it. So hop over there. I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time, you know what I always say, look out for the next community post. Because every week we're doing a community post and I'm going to get your ideas and we're going to talk about it on my podcast. What's not to like? Until next time, you know what I always say. If you guys are doing what? Popping often. We'll often.